everybody, again, it's Miss Bree here. Today we are going to be discussing all about the author's purpose. We're going to be focusing on three main types of purposes. Okay, so we have persuade, we have entertain, and we have inform. If you've been tuning into my lessons, we have been doing this topic for the week. We're going to end it with a bang. We are going to finish this week off. I hope you became pros at mastering the three different types of purposes that authors may use to write a story. Today you are going to be learning how to specifically write a entertainment type of a little passage. We're going to call it a short passage because it's not going to be that long, but we're going to brainstorm some ideas today about how to write an entertainment short passage. So with that being said, let's go ahead and share my screen and go ahead and get started on the lesson. So we're going to quickly go through the three different types of author's purposes just because I want to refresh your guys' memory, and it's always a good idea to reread things over and relearn things. So the first thing that we are going to be learning about is author's purpose number one, which is going to be to persuade. So when an author wants to persuade something to you, they're going to try and convince you of something. They're going to try to convince the reader to do something or to agree with him or her, okay? So if I was the author of something, and if I was writing a persuasive type of a speech, I would want to be trying to convince you as the reader to do something that agrees with me and what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to model this example for you, and I'm going to read a persuasive little part of a passage. So it says, my grandma should win Orange County's best pie contest. Her pie is the best in the world. She makes it from scratch with fresh cherries. Everyone who gets a taste of Grandma's cherry pie agrees that there is nothing else on earth like it. She has entered this contest for the past 10 years, but has never yet won. My grandma is most deserving of the award this year, and I know she would be most honored to win. So here we can identify that we have someone, a grandchild, writing a little persuasive speech about their grandmother. They think that their grandma makes the best cherry pie in the whole world, right? They think that she makes the best cherry pie in the world because she starts from scratch, okay? So she gathers all the ingredients and she puts them together from scratch, and she uses fresh cherries, okay? So that's a reason why they believe that we should vote for the grandma to maybe win this contest, right? The Orange County's Best Pie Contest, okay? So she's most deserving of the award, and this grandchild believes that their grandma really deserves it and would be so honored to win, okay? So that is an example of a persuasive speech. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next type of author's purpose. So the next type of the author's purpose in big orange letters is going to be entertain, okay? So this is when the author writes something for a reader's enjoyment, just for us to feel good, to have fun while reading. So I'm going to, again, model reading this example for you. Keep hanging in. We have one more to go, and then we're gonna have a fun little activity that we're gonna do together. So to entertain, it says, Julia and Jeff dropped their backpacks by the door. Like always, the twins were ready for a snack after this long day at school. They spotted the last piece of pumpkin pie at the same time. They made a dash for it, crashing into each other and the counter. Jeff snatched the glass dish up first, but didn't have a good grasp on it. And when Juliet made a swipe for it, splat! Juliet, look what you did, Jeff cried. So this is just a little passage from a story. However, they use words. We can say that this is an entertaining story because they're using some vocabulary words and adjectives to describe things that are going on. So we have the word splat, right? Because Juliet made a swipe for what the dish that Jeff was holding, and it went everywhere. They're using explanation points, so we know that this is a very entertaining story that's using different types of ways of speaking and ways of telling things. So yeah, so this is a entertainment story. So this is just purely for the enjoyment, for us to feel good about reading something. The last type of purpose is going to be to inform. So this is when the author gives true factual information about a specific topic, okay? So these are going to be like your nonfiction stories, things that have real facts in them. So here's the little passage for inform. So it says the first pies made in the 12th century were quite different than the pies we eat today. Those early pies appeared in England and were made mainly of a crust with a meat filling. In fact, the pies often contained fowl, and the bird's legs were left intact to hang over the sides of the dish to be used as handles. Fruit pies are believed to have been created 400 years later in the 16th century. So we know they've listed some dates here, so we know that this must have to do with some facts about something that had taken place in the past. We know that this article is trying to tell us, or this passage is trying to tell us information all about the difference between pie that was made back in the day and pie that is made today, right? So back in the day, they're telling us that pie was very different because it was made with meat filling, when most of us are used to pie being made with fruit fillings. And it's very interesting that they talked about birds' legs being left intact to hang on the sides of the dish. This is probably to carry, to use as handles for the pie. So these are some very interesting facts, right, that I never would have known unless I read this little passage. So now I would like for you to gather some materials. I'd like for you to gather 2 pieces of paper and 1 pencil. Pause this video, gather those materials, and when you're ready, go ahead and join us back for a lesson. So now together we are going to brainstorm some ideas, and we're going to create an entertainment story. Okay, so the topic of our story is going to be Emma Loves the Guitar. So on your piece of paper, I would like for you, I'm going to be filling this out mostly on my computer, but I'm also going to be modeling what you should be doing. So on your piece of paper at the top, we are going to write Emma Loves the Guitar. Okay, so we want to write this big in the center at the very top of our paper so that we know what the topic of our story is going to be. Emma loves the guitar. So the first thing that we want to do before we go ahead and get started on writing anything is going to be brainstorming, okay? So we're going to be brainstorming some ideas that we can use for our story about why Emma loves the guitar. So here's our idea tree. We are going to come up with 5 different ideas to write an entertainment story together. So I'm going to exit out of this, and idea number 1 here in white. Okay, so if you have different ideas than me, that's okay. I'm going to model some ideas, and you can maybe think of the last 2 ideas on your own. So I'm going to say Emma loves the guitar because her grandfather taught her how to play as a young girl. Okay. Emma loves to play the guitar because her grandfather taught her how to play the guitar as a young girl. So now we're going to fill out idea number 2 here in pink. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you're going to create a tree that looks like this on your paper. It does not have to be perfect. Just go ahead and write idea number 1 and fill out exactly what I'm writing here on my screen. Just fill that out on your paper. So idea number 2. Why else do we want to entertain somebody about why Emma loves the guitar? So we can say that Emma wrote a song all about cats being silly. Okay, so we can say Emma wrote a song about silly cats. We can say for idea number 3 that cats are her favorite pet and make her happy. We can say and make her laugh. We can say another reason why she loves the guitar is because idea number 4 in the orange, we can say Emma loves the guitar because it helps her relax. Okay, so we can say the guitar helps Emma relax when her cat is being too silly. All right, and for idea number 5 here in purple, we can say that, we'll finish it off by saying that Emma loves the guitar because, it makes her think of her grandfather. So we can say, makes Emma think of her grandfather. Perfect. So I'll put this up here for you. So like I said, idea number 1, go ahead and write that first idea where it says, in white, it says, her grandfather taught her how to play as a young girl. Idea number 2 in pink says, Emma wrote a song about silly cats. Cats are her favorite pet and they make her laugh. The guitar helps Emma relax when her cats are being too silly. And idea 5 says, the guitar makes Emma think of her grandfather, okay? So these are some kind of silly but sensitive topics or sensitive ideas, right? So her cat is kind of funny, but she also just really loves to play the guitar because it really makes her think of her grandfather. So using these ideas, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these ideas into a completed passage using completed sentences. I'm going to write on the screen here, but go ahead and copy on your paper, on your second piece of paper, write Emma loves the guitar. Whatever I write, go ahead and write on your paper, but also try and think of some sentences on your own, okay? So using those brainstorming ideas that you should have on your tree, these are going to help you write a short text passage about why Emma loves the guitar. So let's get started. So we can say Emma loves the guitar. So we can say Emma's grandfather taught her how to play what kind of instrument? Go ahead and say it, the guitar. Okay, so Emma's grandfather taught her how to play the guitar. Using our other idea, we can say the guitar helps Emma relax and think of her grandfather. We can also say our idea about the silly cats. We can say Emma enjoys to play the guitar and she wrote a silly song about cats. Okay, let's go back to our tree here. So we used idea number 1, her grandfather taught her how to play a guitar as a young girl. We wrote that Emma wrote a song about silly cats. And we can say cats are her favorite pet and make her laugh. So we can say here, cats are Emma's favorite pet and make her laugh with an exclamation point to use some excitement in our voice. So far we have Emma's grandfather taught her how to play the guitar. The guitar helps Emma relax and think of her grandfather. Emma enjoys to play the guitar and she wrote a silly song about cats. Cats are Emma's favorite pet and they make her laugh. Let's go ahead and find that last idea on our tree. So the guitar helps Emma relax when her cat is being too silly. So we can say, playing the guitar helps Emma relax when the cats are being too silly. Great. So we used some of our brainstorming ideas. Let's go ahead and read this all together. So it says, we have the title of our entertainment story here. It says, Emma loves the guitar. And let's go ahead and read. So it says, Emma's grandfather taught her how to play the guitar. The guitar helps Emma relax and think of her grandfather. Emma enjoys to play the guitar and she wrote a silly song about cats. Cats are, oh, we have a typo here. So it says cats are, forgot to put the E. Cats are Emma's favorite pet and make her laugh. Playing the guitar helps Emma relax when the cats are being too silly. Okay, so here we wrote a short passage all about why Emma loves to play the guitar. We mentioned some funny cats, right? So this might make us chuckle a little bit, and that's why it's going to be an entertainment story. So to wrap up our lesson, what type of short passage did we just write? Did we write a persuasive speech? Did we write an informational text? Did we write an entertainment text? Go ahead and think about that one for a minute. When you're ready, put a thumbs up. So the passage that we just wrote was an entertainment type of a short passage, right? So we wanted to entertain the reader about why it is so funny that Emma's writing about cats and why she loves guitar so much. Why do we write entertainment passages? We write entertainment passages to make people feel good, right? To make people feel engaged, occupied, and to bring laughter. So in this given story that we wrote about Emma, are we trying to persuade or entertain our readers about Emma and her guitar? So think about that one. Are we wanting to persuade them why to play the guitar or why Emma loves the guitar? Or are we trying to just entertain them about why Emma loves the guitar? So think about that one. The answer to that is to entertain, right? So we talked about this one and it kind of goes along with our first question here. What type of short passage did we write about? And we used entertain because we wanted to just keep people busy and make them laugh by reading our story. So now if you have some free time challenge at home, I encourage you to write your own personal entertainment short passage about something that you feel is entertaining. Some ideas that I have listed below, you don't have to use them, but some ideas you can use is, why did the chicken cross the road? I love to dance, or my dog jumped over the moon, right? So those are all some very entertaining topics that you can write about. I had so much fun teaching you this lesson. Feel free to go back and watch at any time if you need more time anywhere. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Thank you.